Hey nerds, welcome back to The Bridge, a section nerdy one, the Star Trek arm of the Nerd Network. It's me and John again this week for the ninth and penultimate episode of the third season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. John, we're almost at the end.
Hey,
How are you doing, sir?
we are. Up until today, my feeling was okay. It's not great having 10-episode seasons compared to back in the day when you could do more. Because hey, we could get some great episodes through, and this is one of those things that seems to hit me each time Strange New Worlds has a season come through. Is I get to that 8th or 9th episode in this case and go, crap, it's ending next week.
Yes.
Crap.
So I was talking to, I think it was, I don't remember who I was talking to on a reaction. I think it might have been you a couple weeks ago. I was talking about Kate Mulgrew on the Voyager panel.
Yes,
she talked about how the things she dislikes is they've truncated down, and then they still do filler episodes.
Right.
So 10% of your season is filler.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that the wind is too strong now.
Yes, I can hear it.
Wow, sorry. That should be over in a moment. It's up until this point, Strange New Worlds has done a really good job with not being filler episodes too much. They have kept on it. This year, as much as I have enjoyed, and I have enjoyed more than most, I think, the episodic nature, and they're taking advantage of the episodic nature to experiment and do things that they've never have tried to do in Star Trek before. And I'm all for that. However, it has meant that a couple of the experiments they've done have ended up being filler episodes.
Yep.
I'm at the holodeck. I'm looking at you.
As
much
the
as I
Star
don't
Trek
want to,
Adventure Hour
Mm-hmm.
was awesome. And as much as I love a show like The Good Place. I always go back to that because Janet is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, yes.
On TV. Because you get used to this happy, hi, I'm here to help you for the entire first season. And then you get to meet bad Janet, who is horrible. And then you get to meet medium Janet. And then there's like Disco Janet, but she is able to, on a dime, switch and play something different. And episodes like an Adventure Hour or Star Trek Space Adventure, whatever it is, it showcases that because each character, I think several of them play three different things because some of them play in the whatever the ship show, the Star Trekky show is, and then a lot of them are in the holodeck, and then of course the regular characters. I like it. I thought it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
I really am here to. There's a happy medium. There is a happy medium between none of these episodes connect and they're all filler, basically. And oh god, the world is going to end. All these things must lead to this big climactic battle of CGI throwdown. There's a happy medium, y'all.
I would totally agree with you. Yeah. And like honestly, I would probably not be feeling this way if we had a 12 or 15 episode season. We wouldn't need that much more.
No. That's not the issue in this particular case.
I know. It's a completely different issue.
The issue in this case is there's no, and don't get me wrong, I know that, Voyager, most of their episodes, yes, they had through lines because they were on the trip home. And they had continuity of character. But most of their episodes was, okay, Voyager's in one piece. How can we fuck it up this episode?
Yeah.
Reset for the next one. It's like Family Guy. Tosh was a lot like that. It was very much like, here's the thing of the week. And I get
was
that.
Inadvertently at times like that, where things change for no reason.
And that's okay. But it's modern storytelling. You want somebody to come back to this, not just because it's Star Trek. Star Trek, everything has brand loyalty. But I'm going to throw out some brands that have incredible brand loyalty that are sucking hind tit right now compared to a bunch of other people because they can't get their stories right. Star Wars, DC Universe, New Superman notwithstanding,
I
the
was gonna say,
MCU,
yeah, oh yeah.
like all those, they're the biggest brands,
You know, I
and they
finally watched.
can't get it right.
I
The
finally watched Thunderbirds or
the
Thunderbolts. Sorry, Thunderbolts
the
last
Fantastic
last week.
Beast saga.
Oh,
Like
that one
when
couldn't
you
get
look
out
at
of its
these
own way
things,
fast enough.
right? And that was that was additional. Like that in the MCU had additional problems with monsters and roles.
Hmm.
The issue is if you can't get your story right, why are we watching your show?
Yeah, that's true. I would agree.
Picard.
Again,
Picard
I
season 3 is the best example of that. It had the nostalgia, the actual loyalty to TNG. It had the brand loyalty to Star Trek,
mhm,
but those two things were also there in seasons 1 and 2, and they were not as critically acclaimed
right,
as season 3
sure.
because of the story.
Hmm. Hmm. Well,
We're
and you could
bitching and we
even
haven't even started the
argue
episode yet.
that Picard was episodic as well because there were some, while they had more through lines that
No,
remained
it
constant.
was there. The connective tissue was. I mean
It
that
was
was a
strong.
body of work.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Picard, and
Yes.
even a little bit to Strange New Worlds. So you may or may have not noticed that I tweaked my name a little bit. That is that is a quote from Captain Shaw upon being gifted a bottle of Picard wine, Picard's wine. And the reason I put that on there is that I am enjoying a Malbec tonight, and I'm enjoying a Malbec. And if this is not the brand of glass that Captain Shaw used, it is so close that it's okay with me because as far as I'm concerned, this I have been looking for 2 years for a prop version of the glassware he used.
That's cool.
Call me crazy, and trust me, my wife was the first. But I found it in a pack of 8 of them for $9.95 at Costco. Believe it or not, cheapest prop from Star Trek that I
That's
think I have ever gotten.
awesome.
The other part to this is if it isn't the one that Shaw had, which was very distinctive because it had relatively flat sides and then the flat bottom,
Yeah.
but it is also a dead ringer for the ones used by Captain Pike in his quarters. If you look at any
Yeah.
of the
Maybe we'll see
episodes.
some of that today.
Now, the only difference is on theirs, they apparently have a little sandblasted, a little etching of the Starfleet Delta on the top of the glasses to make it hard to duplicate.
You might
Because
have to.
they love to do that.
Yeah. Fucking.
But I was quite pleased when I found
That's cool.
these glasses
So
and
the
can
lesson
enjoy.
here is props should be easy to duplicate, and stories should be stories.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's a soapbox. We're here to actually react to an episode. I hope you're still watching through all that. We're gonna dive into episode 9 of Terrarium. John, you ready to hit it?
I am. Just give me
Let's
the good
go.
old countdown.
All right, folks, if you're new to the channel, our happy smiling faces will be over here. And the time and date or timestamp and the title will be there on the right. If you're a regular viewer, which there's only a few of you, if you're a regular viewer, we're trying a little bit something different out. Jim and I did Eyes of Wakanda. We kind of like the setup. So here we are. We're going to try it out for Star Trek. And I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and go. It's 3, 2, 1, and hit it. I think it's better. We're going to ride the beginning at 0, 0. Pause me if you need to sync up. 3, 2, 1, hit it.
Hey, I believe I am synced, ladies and gentlemen.
Sweet.
If anything, I may be half a second behind you, but yeah, I think it's about previously. I don't know. Maybe something with Gorn in this episode. Just thinking.
Yeah,
Just
I,
saying.
I was kind of wondering if we were going to get back to the PTSD thing because we have not touched on that in like 7 episodes.
Mm. I love the airplane models. Oh,
Who's Division 12?
I, I, I don't know. They're
Oh, is that little Berto?
certainly they're lower on the scale than Section 31. Mm. Still love that science lab.
I do too, and I still think so. The Cilantro guys are saying that the time period is not appropriate for cetacean ops, that
I
it's
mean,
14
maybe.
years ahead of when it was created.
What? Where are they getting
Is it?
that detail from?
I don't know. But Ken is an encyclopedia of toss information, so I tend to believe him.
I don't remember anything about cetacean ops being said until Next Generation, and even then, it was only brought in several seasons into it after they uh, had come up with the idea to put it in the deck plans for the ship that had been published at one point because they had realized
Yeah.
they built a ship that had such a huge interior volume that there was it was comical. You could fit the entire complement and crew in a section that took up like 3% of
Oh,
the mass of
geez.
the vessel. So it was, yeah, they were huge. They were like, there have to be entire sections of the ship that are just empty 24/7. Um, and so they started putting in, there's apparently a shopping mall in one area that is like 3 or 4 decks high. That's kind of like a massive version of the promenade. Um, and a huge
So wait, I'm
arboretum.
sorry. What about the Enterprise J?
Oh, the Enterprise J could have basically it was designed to carry colonists, and it could carry something like 20
Jeez.
or 30,000 colonists. It was massive. But yeah, so the idea was they could easily carry around some beluga whales and dolphins in massive, massive tanks because it would still take up such a small part of the interior volume.
Shuttle Archimedes.
Oh, I like it. I wonder if she's going to use the Archimedes death ray, such as the as the uh, as the MythBusters used. Boy, I'm mixing my props here using the lighter from Rios. This is still the lighter that the torch
Aw,
that Rios used in second season.
what did he just sign?
Good question. Huh.
Wormhole.
Huh. Whoa. turning into the skid. I mean, she may got it, but she ain't got it there.
It got her.
Well, now we know why we haven't ever seen her in Toss. Okay,
Wow.
probably not. Just kidding, people.
I would hope not.
Wow.
I am glad that it's not the Vulcan Pike doing this anymore because
Well, yeah,
hey, the final frontier.
that was fun for an episode, not as a
That would
stand.
get irritating. It got irritating by the end of that episode for me. Although I about fell off my chair when they went back to sick bay and he was like, Dr. Mbinga, please provide your report to me.
Using that monotone real high. That was humorous.
A neurodivergent Vulcan.
As I had a family member try to call me just now, and it ended up freezing my video. So I had to go in
Oh
and skip
no.
ahead 10 seconds and then wait
Hey,
for
there's
you to
the
catch up.
space dragon.
Yep. By the way, there is not that I like giving Paramount a lot of credit these days for things, but um, there is a pretty fantastic little video that they've put in. You know, the shorts that Facebook tries to do to be just like TikTok. Paramount has one that they put in that basically, and I will say, this is one of those hopeful things because we really haven't seen Paramount talking much about Star Trek. For the fact that they're
Well, they just
advertising
sold it.
on TikTok and these YouTube short or Facebook Shorts, um, they have a really amazing. Basically, we are all of Star Trek. You can find Star Trek on Paramount, but it's like a 30-40 second, including everything, including a couple of clips from the Starfleet Academy coming up. Um,
Nice.
a nice close up of the new commandant or um, you know the chancellor of Starfleet Academy. So um, it's quite interesting. Well,
This isn't going to end well for her.
and bring snacks.
Uh, brings.
I love that she's in the middle of trying not to die in a shuttle accident. Hey, has she crashed almost as many times as good old Crash LaForge?
Or Troy.
Hmm. So I remember that when Riker's like, "Wait a minute, you're Crash LaForge."
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
Why would you store your emergency food in the floor where it's more likely to get
I just want to point out the blast shields are closed to save money on CGI.
I yes, I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. The log entry took out the computer.
Uh, beginning list. The shuttle. End of list.
Oh no. Shelter. Okay, I will give them props because they could easily have made it look just as complicated inside some of those access panels as it is in like next generation.
Hmm.
And they went more for the TOS where there were exposed circuits and wires and hoses and stuff that didn't normally. Oh, cool. She's got a water condenser. Please condense. Although does an excellent job of illustrating how much bigger inside the shuttle is than it was in TOS or next gen for that matter.
Hmm. Really, almost any of them. Did you hear that sound effect?
Uh huh. Okay, that's kind of right out of right out of Castaway with
I
I
have
have
made
made
water.
fire instead of water, but still, close enough. I'm hoping she checked the environmental.
I would think, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. She don't know if she's just gonna die. Well, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, it really is.
Doesn't look like it has much of an atmosphere, though.
No, no, it doesn't. Oh, of course, there's a vaccine to go somewhere.
Constellation.
Why does this feel to me like we're going to have a retread a little bit of the TOS episode Arena, where Kirk and
Bjorn?
Agorn are stranded on a planet by themselves? That's helpful.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not helpful. Sorry. There we go. Hello, wormhole. Rutro to find a
I
snack.
love her focus on snacks.
Take a shuttle, they said. I'm pretty sure you were the one that said that. Oh, it'll be fun. Yeah. Pretty sure
Yep,
you were the one that said all of this. Maybe somebody should have told you not to do it, like you.
that is correct.
Okay, just in that moment, I got a flash because of the color grading of everything of Star Trek V: The Final Frontier when they go down to the God planet. And just imagine how much better the effects are on a TV show. Now, granted, 35 years later, but still, they did this so much better than Star Trek V did, trying to do a dark, kind of bluish, purplish soup of a planet.
Right,
If only you had a runabout, you could go right in and come right back out.
right, or like a tiny starship.
Nice. She's started speaking Binar.
Remembering snacks, snacks, snacks.
Yeah.
It's her whole job, guys. Why, Decker?
Nice. Constellation. That would be Captain Decker. William
Wait,
Decker's father, the Captain Decker who met his end at the Doomsday device.
she's been there for 2 days. Why would they not have sent a probe through earlier?
It may not have been 2 days for them.
This has been 48 hours.
No. Okay, that's fair. Hmm.
If it's a Gorn, she's gonna murder it.
Mm,
Actually, if it's any alien at this point, a Gorn, a Klingon, it is a Gorn, isn't it?
it looks like it might be. Oh yeah. Holy shirt. I'll get that for you.
She's like, of all the fucking places to crash land, the
Holy
one neighbor's a Gorn.
holy forking shirt balls.
So yeah, this is definitely a play on the arena.
To go on with the good place references. Holy forking shirt balls.
She's gonna kill him. Oh, she'd kill him and eat him. That'd be appropriate.
I wonder if this is the same one that has been appearing in the back of her windows.
You mean by like the CGI model or by or like actually like haunting her?
Remember, there was at the end of that episode.
Yeah, 7
She was
episodes ago? Yeah,
yeah.
I remember.
Ah. Oh, of course it is because Hmm.
There are always possibilities. I thought she was about to say there were 4,000 people on this ship. I was like,
There'll be
should
no
kill them.
vaccine, and there'll be no Tasha Yar. Oh wait, that's the wrong episode. That's the episode we don't talk about. It's funny. It's been nearly 40 years, and I still remember lines like that out of an episode, just off the top of my head.
Yep.
So I saw something.
Wait, why didn't she have her phaser?
That's an excellent question. I wouldn't understand why they would not have her armed unless it got damaged, which would really suck because, as I was about to say, those props apparently cost like $12,000 to make a piece.
Oh, what?
And the guy who made them made a set number of them and is not making any more. So, because somebody said during an interview, they were asked what they would take from the set at the end. And what's his name? The guy that plays Kirk said, "Oh, absolutely a phaser." And like everybody else around him went, "No, no, no, no. They only have a certain number of those, and they cost $12,000 a piece. You're not going to be allowed to take a phaser, I promise you." Because apparently they broke the molds, like they can't replicate the original props anymore.
Damn. The
Oh,
touch with all the extras looking at her in the back.
hmm.
Is that Sam Kirk?
I don't know.
Is he blue or is he gold or red? I
He's
think he's blue.
he's blue. Hmm.
You know who would be really great at strengthening a shuttle's engines to get through a wormhole? The
Scotty.
engineers. He's like, I found yours too. It's all of you.
Hmm.
Girl, eat the damn meat.
It's a snack. Even he understood it
I
with
just
the
would
number
love
of
her to be
times
like,
you said it.
snack.
Sorry, I think a Gorn is coming down on me. And then it's probably a 747, but it feels like it's about to land on top of me. It's so loud. No, no, not a trill, a Gorn. My 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 closed captioning said trilling sound.
Don't kill him. He fed you.
So Flight 925 wanted me to say hi as they were going overhead. They held up a sign. I could see it from here. That was a really low flying commercial jet that just went over top of me.
Might have been landing at the airport.
Yeah, well, yeah. I've discovered in the 10 years that I've lived here that I am on the very outer edge of the landing pattern for Reagan National Airport. So as people come through, they line up here and go straight forward north to the airport.
That's unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
How much you want to bet that whatever happens, they get her out and she's like 80 years old?
Oh, that would be bad. That would be unfortunate. By the way, just to call back to last week, I find it I am impressed with the production staff that they did not try to mid-season retcon that science lab slash engineering lab, because there was a different version of the same lab early in the season that Scotty and Pelly
Yeah.
were in. They weren't going to try to midterm retcon that into being cetacean ops the whole time. I went back
Yeah.
and looked at it further, and oh wow, look at that. He just saved her. She, the Gorn just saved her.
They.
They. I like that they have decided that they can use it for multi-purpose and not tried to just say, oh, it was like that the whole time. Because it would have been super easy. But I did see a still image of this in this setup here. And underneath it's glass, but then there's electronics and stuff that are visible underneath it, not water. Well, then. I was just waiting for him to go, the way he said, you mean using a ship to prop open a wormhole? We're way out of my league there.
Oh.
Not great odds.
I wonder if Spock knows she cheated. Did you see that? She
Knocked it up
altered the
some.
data.
Uh-huh.
It was 56. She pushed it up to 61. Okay, I wonder if they're going to rescue the Gorn too.
Remind me to go back and watch this in a really dark room with all the settings set up on my TV, because it's basically a black screen right now here with the occasional shadow of a face.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay. No, it's really the visuals are amazing. It's just
Oh,
I don't think you're going to hear it, but I'm going to apologize again. Somebody in my neighborhood apparently just set off fireworks.
huh.
Uh, The world and the universe is conspiring against me this evening. Oh, you didn't like the wind noise, did you? Oh, well, let's throw a little bit more at you. It is so interesting that they're kind of the way they've had the Gorn reacting. I mean, this would have been so easy to just be the way the Gorn had been every other time, but to have them actually being hostile, but at the same time not just attacking.
Right.
Hey, Jake, Do you by chance like pit monster sushi?
I don't do sushi, period.
Oh, well. I do sushi. I don't think I would try pit monster sushi.
Absolutely not.
Okay, come on. The aperture of the fire device is a Starfleet Delta.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Okay, guys. Somebody's just getting cute at this point. Please do this.
I was really hoping.
Hey Ortega, try saying Darmok and Gelada Tanagra and see if they go for it. You never know.
Just say clickety clickety clack and hope.
And it's at that moment that the Gorn realized that they had a pilot in front of them, which was the only reason they couldn't leave the planet. So the Gorn showed her the pilot seat and gave a look of, please?
I love how she keeps talking to him. Is she about to use the universal translator to, or she get? Do they have
She's,
universal translators at this point?
they do. They're very rudimentary. They don't work great, but they had them at a very, very entry level in Enterprise. So this is 100 years after Enterprise, roughly. See, there we go. Better than nothing. Yep. Whoa. Check that out.
Ah!
Uh huh. I, I had I felt that coming. I got a breacher.
Agree.
I mean, it stands to reason. While the Gorn have seemed savage in this show so far, some of the technology that they seem to have definitely didn't make sense if they were just a warrior savage race that didn't care. I mean,
You couldn't teach him checkers?
chess.
Ah!
The Gorn knows checker or chess. Agree.
What the hell? They're playing board games. I need this board game.
Game night. Disagree. Just waiting.
Ah!
Okay, you know what? This is not a retread of Arena. It sounds like it. It feels like it at first. from the outset. But this is disagree.
I thought she was gonna like laugh for a second. I bet she takes the piece home as like a souvenir and a reminder.
Mm.
Do the Gorn ever become like not douchebags?
They really never showed them after after after
The arena?
TOS. I mean, they showed them in technically in Mirror Universe and or no, it wasn't Mirror Universe. It was the alternate universe uh in Enterprise, and they were kind of somewhere between the TOS version and this version, but they never they mention them, but and they're obvious. I started saying this earlier. They're obviously a lot more advanced than just a going into space and killing everything race.
Right. I wonder if Enterprise is gonna save the Gorn.
Good question.
Oh, I bet you she dies.
Maybe she doesn't want to go back.
I bet you this is all in her head.
Well, that'd be interesting. Agree. There you go.
Hmm.
You kind of pegged it. Hmm. Huh.
Look at the
Mm-hmm.
what?
What did he say?
Other than Ortegas, I'm the best pilot on the ship.
I mean, I don't know that I would doubt him.
Tiny little booty hole. Uh,
Aw. My closed captioning said praying softly in Swahili.
yep.
Hmm. Oh boy.
Jesus.
Uh,
Didn't really have enough time for that.
yeah, fair. The Gorn use light transmission.
They do.
What if the other Gorn's not stuck? They're just hiding. Uh-oh. That's not a good thing. Oh.
What
Wow.
the hell?
Oh no. Boo. Oh.
Agree.
Agree. Oh. My wife is going to get sick about that about in a weekend, maybe
Yep.
less, because I'm going to be doing that every day.
Agree.
Agree, disagree. Agree, disagree. Agree. Do the right thing. Hey, look at that. Agree. Hmm.
Disagree.
Disagree. Wow.
Okay.
Aw. Man, why'd you
He is
go and
huge.
like the Gorn? I mean, most of them wouldn't be like that, but, you know, all that matters is this one is. Apparently, there's plenty of time to argue, according to the Gorn. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's not good.
Good
Whoa.
Lord.
Nice. Yeah, don't have to worry about getting cold now for a little bit.
Yeah.
Aw,
Oh.
that's so awesome. Uh-oh. That's not a great. Of course he does. He's Pike. Man,
How about the
they,
one on fire?
they keep they keep making me like him more and more. And my
Pike?
God, that was Daddy right there. That was Dad.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was such a great character moment for him. Yeah, I know, but it's okay. I would have done it anyway. On screen, magnify.
Yeah, that's Ortega's right there.
Holy moly. I mean, fair.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
Just
that's
Lance is gonna randomly shoot that fucking goal. Oh, whoa! I wasn't fucking serious.
whoa.
sort of focus. She's stuck in the goddamn holodeck again.
What? What? Wait. Metrons. Holy moly.
Yeah.
They've been at Trek before. I'm trying to remember.
They were in TOS. Oh. Can you bring her back? I was not seriously thinking I was just going to be like, murder that bitch. Wow, Lon.
Were the Metrons the ones from the Gorn episode in the original series?
Maybe.
And maybe now they've just retconned how that all came about.
Huh. The picture of that is already on the Metron chapter.
I don't have enough free screens to look it up without freezing my video, so I'm going to have to wait.
It was the arena episode.
Yeah, okay, yep, that's why it was ringing a bell. And so now the Metron saying they need to get more data, go back and watch what Kirk does. Oh, she does have the piece. Look. Isn't that a little piece? Yep, that's the piece that she didn't eat.
It looks like a Gorn ship. Like one of the little
Wow.
fighters.
Oh, man.
Lay it on me, John. Best episode of Strange New Worlds yet?
This one is up there for the season. I don't know how others will feel about it because I sometimes have a more positive reaction than some others do. But I like the updated Metron, the way they look compared to how they looked in the original series. I'm just, now that I'm not having to worry about that screen, I was able to pull up the detail from Memory Alpha.
Yeah.
Or at least
that's what I'm looking at too.
part of the page, as it decided to stop loading the rest of the page for me.
Yeah, it was 6 years later in the arena episode. What is the guy's name who's in Severance? Adam Scott. He looks like Adam Scott, or they look like Adam Scott.
You're not wrong, which is funny because Adam Scott has been in Star Trek. Oh, apparently you've screwed up my webpage. You haven't, but it came up with there's been an error with the webpage. Everybody's going and looking right now at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. What you think, John? Thoughts on the episode?
I'm telling you, I liked it. This is a trope that they are not really a trope, but this plot line you could easily say has been done over and over. TOS, it happened with Arena. Next Generation, it happened when LaForge got stuck on that planet, the Hell planet, Galundon Core, with the Romulan, if you remember that. He ended up, his visor was broken, or started without having his visor. Visor came back on, but because of all the mess in the atmosphere, he was having trouble seeing. And the Romulan, who he didn't really understand at first, he finally had to start communicating with him. So this kind of episode has been done a lot. However, I really like this. This is back to first season Strange New Worlds as far as storyline and acting. I liked it. And by the way, yes, Adam Scott has been in Star Trek before. To refresh your memory, in First Contact, at the very beginning,
oh yeah,
when the Defiant is getting,
he's on the Defiant and gets killed.
He says, "Sir, it's the Enterprise." And I loved it. Early Adam Scott, who happens to be a massive Star Trek nerd himself, apparently, and so it was yet another oh my gosh moment. I liked it. What did you think?
I thought it was a great episode. Let me tell you what, man. It's taken 29 episodes to get to an Ortegas depth of character episode.
Oh yeah.
And it worked.
And sad thing is, they really didn't get into depth of character as much as they got into depth of psyche.
Yeah.
Depth of emotion with her.
It
was amazing.
Like, La'an didn't think for 5 seconds to ask what the hell.
Well,
I mean, it's La'an.
Keep in mind, La'an has the same trauma that she has about
that's
the
fair.
Gorn too. So, I mean, I can see it happening.
That's so frustrating. It's like, La'an's gonna shoot her. Pew pew. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I think
that brings a whole new depth to, it solves some of, and it doesn't solve. That's the wrong term, so I apologize.
This is a better Gorn episode than episode 1.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it doesn't solve, but it acts toward the trauma that Ortegas had about the Gorn, and changes the trauma. Now, it doesn't solve it, obviously, because that wouldn't be an appropriate thing to say about mental health. But it does now change it. And in her little brief passage right there at the end, the Gorn was my friend, but so was La'an. And what am I going to do with that now? Now she's got a whole new, that trauma has evolved. And, doing it with a character that hasn't been in any other Star Trek so far, there was a bit of tension riding on it, because you couldn't say, oh, this is Chapel, or oh, this is Spock, or Uhura. They're going to be back because they're around 60 years from now.
I wonder if Ortegas makes it out of Strange New Worlds.
I don't see any of the characters dying.
Trip Tucker, Tasha Yar.
I was about to say, Trip bought it at the end of Enterprise. Sorry, spoiler. But
what's the chick's name from Disco, the robot?
Oh,
Ariam.
So I could see them doing that. I choose to prefer to think right now that they won't use that plot device here. because honestly, I think enough of them know, the people that have been around long enough know how the fandom reacted to Trip dying in that last episode. And just because they could, and all the people involved with the show, I think, to this day, all think that that was the wrong choice to have made. And so I'd like to think that they will think the same here and say, hey, yeah, we're gonna handle this a little bit differently. Maybe have them leave Starfleet, have them go do something else, and that leaves the chance for a later mention in a different Star Trek show. There's easily ways to retcon that, and you know, even in Picard in the 25th century timeline, they could talk about what amazing glory they had that we just didn't know about later, or in Starfleet Academy. So I don't think they would do it, but I think it was very smart using her as opposed to using one of the cast that we know stays around, because there was a little tension that we wouldn't have had for, say, Uhura, because we know Uhura is going to get out of it. So.
Yeah.
Also, as just a throwback to last week, I want to apologize to all of our viewers that I did not think or read up ahead of time enough to know that we needed to continue watching at the end to get the bloopers
Right.
at the end, which were hysterical. If you have not seen them and you have the ability on Paramount Plus, go back and rewatch, because there is an entire, and I don't know this for a fact, but in my headcanon, until I'm proven otherwise, I think that Patton Oswalt wrote all of those lines and everything that was in that little blooper reel thing, because it was his kind of humor. Absolutely. And honestly, I would love for that to somehow come back later. It happened with Star Wars. I was just showing one of my kids the other day how in Parks and Rec he completely ad-libbed a quote unquote filibuster in a scene.
Yep.
Where he
With
talked
Thanos
about,
and yeah.
But later, Jon Favreau admitted to him that they wrote the first episode of Book of Boba Fett based on his filibuster. They said, we just went back and listened over and over and basically wrote the episode off of your script.
Yeah.
So, we need to see him back somehow. But sorry, back
I agree.
to this episode.
I thought this was an amazing episode. I think it was a 9 out of 10. I think seeing Uhura cross the line, getting the moment with Pike, getting all the trials, and Spock being the very hard edge logic, like this is not working.
Yeah. And even Una.
I was gonna say Una, and talking about the constellation and Decker and being like, look, it's 400 or 1. And that's the character growth between where she was at the beginning of the episode, Ortegas, and where she is now. I think this might even be a character growth for Lon.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because
it would not surprise me if down the road Lon has a changed opinion now, a changed feeling. She may not be sorry that she did it. She may feel completely that she was in the right. But it maybe will inform her actions going forward. And again, back to and you just said it with everybody and the way they were acting. That's one of the things. It's been a while since we've really honestly seen Spock being the thorn in everybody's side, like he was back in season 1. It's been a while since we've seen Uhura or any of the quote unquote lower decker type people doing something really wrong. And it's been an awful long time since we've seen Pike act like the Pike of the first season. Yes. He's had so much on his plate, he just hasn't been acting like that.
Yep.
This was, in just a few moments, they reminded all of us why Pike is who he is.
Captain Daddy, man.
Uh-huh.
All right, folks.
You know what? Too many possible jokes with the wormhole. I have a feeling Salon Trek will have a little too much fun with that. So,
it also just hit me. This episode's title is Terrarium. It's another place to put things in to observe them. An arena and a terrarium. And
Love it.
our reaction to episode 9 Terrarium, season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Thank you all for joining us. If you're still here this far, we will see you next time, folks. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Live long, stay nerdy, y'all. Hey, thanks for trying this video out here on the Nerd Network. Be sure to check out these shows over here on the right. Some are coming soon, some are happening right now. Our brands over here on the left, if you're a fan of one of the big major franchises. And check out the videos below. Be sure to hit that subscribe, ring that bell for our next pieces of content, and we will see you right back here for your next video. Stay nerdy, y'all.